Welcome back to Green Addicts Live, the show where we save the planet while you save some money. Yeah. Efficiency is the name of the game, the name of this business, greenaddicts.com. For your home, for your life, I'm your host, Richie Witt. We're here with familiar Russ Lewis and Bradley. What the? You do not look like Bradley Crenshaw.
Took the beard off, aged a little bit, put my hat on forward.
I don't think that's accurate.
Small,
I think you're
sexy.
pulling something. Where is Bradley Crenshaw?
Man, he's
on a boat.
He quit after one episode.
Oh no.
He is on a cruise.
Well, I mean,
right
hey,
now.
one episode. He needs a long cruise
Apparently he
to
does.
relax.
So he's on a cruise in the Caribbean. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we kind of think
Yeah.
he might be listening and or watching.
I would put money on it.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's do a shout out to Bradley Crenshaw. And just for you, Bradley, I want you to take very close note of this set because we hope it's kind of driving you crazy because we have 5 various levels of water bottles, including one that seems to be askew. So I'm going to leave it there the whole show. I don't want him to reach through the screen and want to be like
oh my
so
gosh.
Bradley it up. But you know what? It's staying there for him.
Hey, man.
All right, so
No.
who the heck are you? You're not Bradley Crenshaw.
No, I'm not Bradley Crenshaw.
Good.
Absolutely not. I'm a small version of Bradley Crenshaw.
Okay.
I am not as efficient as Bradley Crenshaw.
Who is,
I
though?
will-
That's
I
a
will
really
say-
high bar.
My goodness,
Yeah.
that man is on point.
Yes.
Some of the stuff he does. No, my name is Lyndall Keith Woodruff. And
Yes,
I am
Lyndall
part of,
Keith Woodruff.
Lyndall
I like
Keith
that.
Woodruff. Yes, I am part
Sounds
of the.
a little bit like a serial killer, but
I
it's
know.
okay. Well, let it
I know,
slide.
and I write in all capital letters
Oh
too. So watch out. You know what they say about that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I'm part of the Green Addicts crew, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, on the marketing side, and there's a big story behind it.
We'll get
but,
to your big story, but
yeah.
you're Lyndall Keith
Yeah.
Woodruff, and
Yes, sir.
today you're filling in for Bradley. And if you do a half decent job, I may let you take my job next week
All right,
because we think Bradley may come back next week.
maybe.
I've heard.
then
It's yet to be seen.
I might not be here then if he comes back. I
Things
peace and
things
love,
happen.
but
Things
yeah,
happen on
peace and love.
cruises, man.
So if you watched episode 1, thank you for joining episode 2. Episode 1, we kind of got to know the group, Russ Lewis and his hat and his crazy pickup bed.
Hey, well,
And he's kind of, you kind of look at things a little more loose and free than your partner Bradley,
I would say
which everybody on the planet does as well.
most people, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to keep things a little more relaxed, a little more
Yeah.
loose. Not without order. Just
No, there's
just-
order. Absolutely.
Just different.
All right, so, and Lyndall's in his place. So moving forward, just let's get your backstory.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Bradley's fastidious. We know he's very meticulous. He likes to prep everything.
Yeah.
Russ is a little more loosey-goosey. Where do you fit in? You're a marketing director for Green Addicts. You're one of the guys, but where do you fit in on the prep scale?
On the prep scale.
Yeah.
So I've had a long period of time where I lived my life that way, and it was awesome. Right now, I kind of am transitioning into doing that again.
You're transitioning. This is gonna be a
and
good show.
learning more things on how to be more efficient and how to prep for the day and be more productive for the week.
Gotcha.
For the longest time, I was just kind of shooting from the hip and just trying to make things happen, and it just doesn't work. You know the ready, aim, fire.
Yes.
I was ready, fire, aim.
That's troublesome.
It's troublesome.
Yeah.
It's caused a lot of good things in my life, just like going and being passionate, but it's
Right.
also caused a lot of chaos too.
Right.
Because if there's no order, and this is what I really am grateful for Brad and Russ and just the things that they teach in their weekly meetings
Sure.
and stuff at the office, how they really instill those valuable tools into all of our lives
Right.
and help us grow as individuals and leaders so we can be better in the community.
Yeah, and we joke around, and Bradley's a big bearded pinata for us to punch, but he's
not
been
here,
very
so.
successful. And what
Yeah.
he brings as far as his order and makes order out of chaos around him, it's successful, and you guys fit really well.
Yes.
We can make fun of him, but it kind of translates to Green Addicts, your business model, and the way you guys do kind of your personal life as well.
Yeah, so he pretty well brings that order and the plan,
Yes.
And then when I come alongside there, it's the creative aspect,
Right.
it's the get things done from a whole different perspective.
All right, so Linda, a little bit more about you. You traveled around the country. You've lived out of a suitcase. You did some stand-up in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and you're still with the Recording Actors Guild,
Recording Artists Guild.
Recording Artists Guild.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you're just a goofball by heart.
I'm a very much a goofball. Ever since the age of 3, when I was 3, I jumped out of my pew in Sunday morning Southern Baptist Church and ran up on stage and grabbed the mic and sang a whole hymn to
that
the church.
right?
And ever since, I've been full speed. That's just me. That's
Right.
just who I am. I am my trade is a product pitchman. So when
Okay.
I say I lived out of a suitcase, I got a job doing live infomercials
Gotcha.
inside of retail stores. So I was doing the Ginsu knives and
Okay,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
the ShamWow demos. Look, there I am in my
yes,
little
yes.
cookware right there. So
You're like
that's
the guy at the state fair. We're all going, this guy's full of.
But you know, the art inside of a store is different than it is at a fair.
Of course.
It's a totally different thing. So that job right there, I learned so many valuable skills on how to connect with people, get
Right.
people to put their guard down and pay attention to what I was saying.
Right.
So that just
Sorry, what were you
getting
saying?
that
I
job.
wasn't paying-
Exactly. I know. I
Where's
get that from my wife
Where's your
all the
Ginsu
time.
knife?
I get it from my wife all the time. Yeah, you better watch out. I brought
Yeah.
one with me.
Richie Witt, it's Russ
look-
Lewis, it's Linda Woodruff, and there. Oh my gosh, you actually work
Look at the
there.
blonde tips, bro. Look at that. That was 2002, I think,
Yeah.
on a
I heard for
Navy base in Albuquerque.
We went anti-Bradley for sure, Russ, didn't we?
Man, full
Those are
on.
some good
Full
times.
steam
man.
ahead.
Yeah.
And,
All right. So,
good
and your
times.
dad kind of got you, I guess, maybe interested in this business. You've been in Windows forever, right?
Yeah, so my grandfather owned one of the most successful construction companies in Dallas, commercial construction. So my dad started working when he was 13 in manual labor and laying brick. My grandfather was a mason by trade.
Gotcha.
Brickwork and stuff like that. So my dad grew up in that, and then he started cutting hair when he was younger. And then in 1982, he had a barber shop. My dad's been cutting hair in Dallas since '67.
Wow.
Yeah, 1967.
What do you think of your blonde tips?
Man, he did them.
Oh, you did? I guess he liked it.
No, he never learned the art of that. No, but in 1982, he got storm windows and siding put on our house, and just fell in love with
Wow.
the storm windows
Okay.
and the siding. And his barber shop had a waiting room that was like a living room.
Yeah.
So he just decided to put some samples of windows and siding in there and put some brochures out, and people started taking them, and referrals started coming in. So that's how he got in the window business.
So
in
he's sort of a
1982.
born salesman as well, like you.
Oh,
So-
full. We're
Yeah.
third generation entrepreneur
Gotcha.
through
That
and
makes
through,
sense.
man.
It's
beautiful.
We've always created our own.
So, Russ, how did you meet this guy, and what do you like about him? What does he bring to the table?
So funny enough, actually, Bradley.
Or do we like him? Are we still?
Well, that's to be
Jury's out.
determined.
Is he still in probationary phase?
No,
Are we
this guy, he brings such a different dynamic to the table.
Yes.
Which is great. It's get the business done. He knows his industry very well, which makes it so much easier for me.
Sure.
Bradley's the one actually who brought him in. Him and his dad. Quite honestly, I sat at the table. I was like, oh, awesome. Well, we've got windows now. Cool. But it was the best addition. I've always wanted to have windows as part of Green Addicts.
Right.
And they bring the perfect fit in, and it's just another one of those pieces to the pie to make it a really a full service company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, it is greenaddicts.com, and we are doing efficiency, and just for your, not just for your house, but also for your life. And today there's a little bit of cool front in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
But it is July. It's usually hot AF.
Oh, dude.
And that's the number one question everybody
Yeah.
probably asks you guys is, how do I beat the heat? How do I lower my energy bill? That's what you guys kind of do. Do we have some tips? Do we have anything to help us in the summer to not blow our top while we're blowing our energy bill?
Absolutely.
All right.
So I mean, there's two main ways that we would go through and take a look at your place. There's the free route and there's the paid route. The free route is we come out and we perform a home energy audit on your home. We're basically looking for the main things that need to be looked at in the house: the insulation, the radiant barrier, ventilating the attic space. The paid route is
Can I stop you real quick? What do you mean the
absolutely.
free route? I just call you
So-
up and you'll just come out?
Literally, you
Wow.
call me up, you set an appointment. You can actually even set it online, but
Okay.
but you can call us up, set the appointment. We'll come out there. It's very open scheduling. We've got plenty of guys to handle this that are professionals. It's not just I think I'm going to go sell a product. No, we
You'll
bring
give,
the
you'll give
knowledge.
my house the once over and say
Yeah.
you got some problems, or you might be, you're good to go, right?
Yeah, and quite honestly, yeah, there are a few homes that I've gone into where I get in there, I'm like, honestly, you've got a really great situation going on here. I would do this and this.
Just small tweaks.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's the free route. Yeah.
That's few and far
Sure, of
between
course,
the homes like
absolutely.
that. But then
And then
there's
what's the paid route? Go
the
ahead.
paid route is
Yeah.
our CPR, our Certified Performance Report.
Right.
And with that, we're bringing in thousands of dollars worth of test equipment. We're depressurizing the living space air. I want to see how airtight or how air leaky is the home.
Depressurizing my house.
Yep.
What does that entail?
So think of a fan being installed in place of your front door. and
Got
it's
it.
sealed off. And I turn this manometer on, which cranks the air and pushes air out of the house. So what it's doing, it's simulating a 20-mile-per-hour wind on all sides of your home at the same time. So while it does that, I'm going around with a thermal camera and I'm finding all those cracks and crevices where the air is being pulled in and kicked out that fan at the front door. And that's just one of the things that we bring in for the equipment. We're also looking at the insulation levels. We use that same thermal camera to go find missing places of insulation. You'd be surprised at how many old and new homes have complete areas that are forgotten about for insulation.
Sure.
And we find them. You know, there's reasons.
It sounds very Ghostbustery. You're bringing in like
Yeah.
thermal cameras and monochromes. and-
Hey, I bring it. And what's funny is a lot of people have said, "Oh, it looks like we're setting it up for ET here." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, whatever floats your boat." But
I mean, I just thought you were like a drummer in a really goofy hat, but you really kind of know your
there's
stuff.
much more.
So, Lindo, can you talk about kind of, more of how many people come in and just say, "It's hot in my house, help me"?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. And you know, when I remember being a kid, and if I had to go to the attic, it was a punishment.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Go to the attic, boy. No,
That'd be awful.
it's horrible. And so now the more I'm learning, so I'm learning all about this. This is kind of a new industry
Sure.
to me. You know, my whole thing is marketing and
Sure.
entertainment, and how does this
Yep.
all fit together? You know. So I'm learning from the Windows side how the attic and the insulation and all of that kind of ties into the window element, and how when you do all of that stuff, you can really fix all of your problems.
Right.
And save so much money.
That's what it's all
when
about,
you do
right?
it the right
It really
way.
is. It's
And
if
the
you're not
comfort
saving,
level.
it's
Yeah.
not worth it.
You know.
So I've got a house. This is very focused on me, camera one. This is very selfish of me, but I have a house built in 1954 that has an attic fan.
Huh?
I don't know what it's supposed to do.
Okay. Very.
I turn
very
it on, it
simple.
sounds like a helicopter's on top of my house. And if,
Yeah.
if we open a back window, a draft comes through. Is it cooling my house, heating my house, stirring up dust? What does an attic fan do?
So let me make sure I'm on the right track here. Are
Yes.
you talking about the attic fan on the roof, or are you talking about a whole house fan in your ceiling?
In my ceiling.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Old
so
school.
It is old school.
Yeah.
So there's a new version of that is
Yeah.
actually functional, but we're in the wrong part of the country for that. But I'll tell you this: I've never tested a home with my equipment
Yeah.
where those didn't leak tremendously. The percentage rates that one
Yeah.
piece adds is usually somewhere around 20 to 30% of air leakage for the entire house.
I need to go to greenaddicts.com and ask
Yeah.
for the free come out and look at
You
my
really
attic fan.
do. Yeah.
And then probably a CPR after that. And
yes.
I
I'll
think
bring you
got
back to life,
I
bro.
think you got a host and a new customer.
Yeah.
All right, so see if you can fix this one for me, because I bet you a lot of couples have this.
Mm-hmm.
Married, love my wife. We battle over the thermostat like it's the last piece of meat and we're two tigers.
Yes.
She comes in, goes, "Oh, it's hot outside." Cranks it down to 60. I'm like, "You're going to freeze
Yes.
our unit."
Crack and
I
bust.
like it like, I don't know, like 74, and she likes it 68, and in the winter we're opposite. Is there equipment that can make us not kill each other?
Yes.
Or is it all insulation and your tricks?
So it's actually when you talk about humidity.
Yes.
In a home, we're in Texas. It's really humid. The more humidity that there is in the air, the more rapid the temperature will change. So you like it. Let's just say you like it nice and cold. She likes it warmer. That's how it is in my house.
Yep.
If you're eliminating the humidity properly with your HVAC system, you're not going to have that big of a problem because you're both going to feel more comfortable in that range of temperature. But when you're having an air leaky house and here this air conditioning unit is trying to cool or heat whatever part of the year we're in,
Yes.
And if you still have too much humidity in the house because all the air leakage is just allowing it to come right in, well, you're really still having the same issue. You could put a brand new HVAC unit in, but until you handle that part of the puzzle, the air leakage within the house, it's still going to continue to be an issue. So there's and it's different home to home. So there are solutions for that exact problem, though.
Air leakage sounds like it's the problem either coming in or going out.
Yeah, because you're going to spend your money
Yes.
on heating or cooling. And if you've got all these unknown air leaks in your house, it's just dollars floating away in the wind.
Yeah.
So save the planet, save some money, maybe save my marriage with Green Attic.
Most likely,
Is that a
yes.
guarantee,
Green
or is that
Attic,
just
save
I'm not going to put
is that part of the
stamp on, but-
CPR, like marriage counseling, thermostat?
Let's see what I can write.
We
in there.
resuscitate your relationship.
I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Call Green Addicts today. Schedule your free energy audit. Get saving you some money and maybe save your marriage at greenaddicts.com.
Yeah,
So it's Russ Lewis. It's Linda Woodruff. Do we think Bradley's coming back next week?
I know Bradley's coming back next week, and honestly, I cannot wait. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of people, man, and this team, this company,
Yes.
this family, these people are like, you know, they're so genuine and they really, really care. They're not just trying to get somebody to buy something, like he said. I mean, and Bradley is just like,
Yeah.
he's got such a good way about him, and I know I can continue to grow and learn a lot from him. So
I love him. I love
I'm
him
looking
like
forward to
a
him
like
coming
a
back.
brother that I don't
Yep.
want to hang around with. Now I heard he's got it low. This is where he rubs me the wrong way with his self-proclaimed nicknames. Because you don't give yourself a nickname, do you?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Isn't
Depends
it
on who you
better?
are.
Well, okay. Like if you're a rapper, yeah. But
Yeah.
what's his latest?
Big Sexy.
Okay, this is where we got problems. This is why this is here.
It
today.
is, yeah.
This
yeah,
is
it is.
to annoy Big Sexy.
Bring it.
All right, Big Sexy. Have fun in the Caribbean. We're just
Big
kidding
Sexy.
around. You're a good dude. We
We
love
can't
you.
wait for you to get back, buddy.
But
Absolutely.
if he's coming back next week, Lindell, it's all yours, my man.
You got it.
All right, it's Richie Witt. It's Linda Woodruff. It's Russ Lewis. GreenAddicts.com, episode 3 next week. And the bearded one, he'll be here.
You will return.
Yeah,
Have a
we
good
will.
one, guys.
Thank you.